What is The Blind Side? The Blind Side is a true story based on the life of NFL player Michael Oher. It is the story of Leanne and Sean Toohey, who decide to take Michael under their wing and provide him with care after they discover he's attempting to get by on his own with nothing but a spare t-shirt. It is a story about taking action and looking out for others, and treating one another with respect. It is about loving your neighbour as you love yourself and serving others. This movie highlights the importance and significance of serving others and how it can have a ripple effect and change a community or the lives of individuals. There are 7 concepts of service in action that are consistently present during the movie. These are human dignity, come as a guest, boundary crossing, presence, story, and stewardship. The first key concept of service in action shown in the movie The Blind Side is human dignity. In this scene, the theme of human dignity is present, as Leanne feels that every person should be treated and respected equal to one another. She is out with her friends for lunch, and they propose their concerns about Michael staying in her house. Leanne finds these comments biased, rude, and discriminative. She puts an end to it. This scene reflects the importance of human dignity, as everyone has worth and everybody is loved by God. Everybody deserves to be treated with respect and not discriminated against. As we are all human, we must respect each person that we interact with as we would like to be respected ourselves. The second key concept of service in action is boundary crossing. This scene highlights the concept of boundary crossing when serving others. In this particular scene, Leanne goes to find Michael's mother to discover more about his life. This was an important scene regarding this concept, as she uncovers parts of Michael's life that have shaped and influenced the type of person he is. When Leanne decides to go find out about Michael's past, she stepped over boundaries and put herself in Michael's shoes to get an understanding of things he has gone through. By learning more about Michael's story, Leanne develops a greater awareness of the perspectives that have shaped Michael's profile and the instincts he establishes. His deal with abandonment and struggle is what has influenced the generous, selfless, protective instincts he portrays. The third key concept of service in action is come as a guest. In this scene, Leanne has taken Michael into her home. She prepares a bed for him for the night after finding him on the street with no place to go. This scene highlights the concepts of coming as a guest with serving, as she let him stay for the night as a guest. She did it as a random act of kindness and took matters into her own hands to make Michael's night easier for him by providing a roof over his head. The idea of serving someone who has come as a guest is a random act of genuine kindness and selflessness. Service is about doing things for other people and not expecting anything in return. In this particular scene, Leanne does not expect anything from Michael. She took an action and took him in as a guest out of her own initiative and heart. Next key concept of service in action is presence. This scene highlights the theme of presence when serving. In this scene, Collins sees that Michael is sitting by himself. She excludes herself from her friends to go sit with him. The importance of presence in this scene is that Collins does not speak with Michael, just there to accompany him. She takes a seat next to him so he is not on his own and he knows he has a friend. The idea of presence in this scene is so important, as Michael is at a new school with no real friends or people he is comfortable around. Makes him a little bit of a social outcast. Collins makes Michael feel as though he is not a social outcast and he is not isolated from everyone else. As he grew up, he dealt with neglect and feeling isolated from everyone else. So the presence of someone else is key in this scene and would really make a difference to Michael. Story. It is the next key concept of service in action. This scene highlights the concept of the story theme. In this particular scene, Leanne goes with Michael to his mother's house to collect his clothes. As she heads out of the city or to the suburbs, she begins to discover more about his life and where he grew up. This is an important scene regarding the service concept, as she uncovers parts of Michael's life that have shaped and influenced the type of person he is, like the type of environment he was exposed to from a young age. This helps Leanne to learn more about what Michael has experienced. Every single person has a story and understanding, and hearing the story of others in a community reveals wisdom and helps people grow empathy for others. These stories help us develop our personalities and encourage us to help others and to be heard. The next key concept of service in action is stewardship. This scene displays stewardship in the movie. Mike and SJ have a car accident, and Michael puts his arm out in the occurrence of the crash to prevent SJ from hurting himself, but Michael gets badly hurt. Stewardship was also a key factor when Michael was apologising to Leanne, blaming himself for the accident. Stewardship was the act of Michael taking responsibility over SJ and taking the blame for the incident and accident. It embodies responsibility and the act of taking care of someone or something, which in service we must do, as we take responsibility of the vulnerability of others into our own hands and work to do great things.